The leader of Iran's Islamic Revolution, Ayatollah Sayyid Ali Khamenei, says the U.S. is mistaken over the issue of Syria and will definitely pay the price. Ayatollah Khamenei said Washington is using the chemical attack in Syria as a pretext to launch a military strike. He also said American officials are using shallow humanitarian rhetoric to justify military intervention. Ayatollah Khamenei made the comments in an address to members of the Assembly of Experts in Tehran. The leader also referred to the situation in Egypt. He said the country's decades-long dictator has been set free, while its democratically elected officials are facing execution. He said the crisis in Egypt is the result of neglecting revolutionary principles and a lack of resistance against Israel. So Mohammad Marandi, professor with the University of Tehran, is with me now on the line from the Iranian capital. Professor Marandi, from what we heard the leader say, how can Iran's official position be furthermore interpreted concerning the Syrian situation? Of course, we know that officially Iran has said it is against military intervention, but what kind of a reaction do you think Iran will show once a military strike takes place, if indeed it does?
I think there's no doubt that the Iranians will increase their support for the Syrian people. And fortunately, the international community is rallying against the United States and its aggressive posturing towards the Syrian people. And I think this is the Iranians feel that this is a very good opportunity to increase American isolation in this part of the world and beyond. What Iran will actually do, I think, at this stage is unclear. The Iranians never show their hand, as they say, but I think that the Americans definitely will recognize and understand that the Iranians will make life for them a lot more difficult. And those who support aggression against Syria in this region will definitely not benefit from the strikes and from aggression.
Right, and when the leader says, Mr. Marandi, that the United States on Syria is making a mistake and it will have to pay the price, what do you think he means by that? What is the price that you think the U.S. would have to pay if it launches a strike?
Well, I think, this works at different levels. Militarily speaking, the United States may be able to kill people in Syria, but at the end of the day, people will recognize that the United States has carried out aggression against the country to help Al-Qaeda-like groups in Syria to overthrow a government that has been the victim of horrific terrorist attacks, terrorists who eat people, terrorists who cut off the heads of people, and terrorists who have already used chemical weapons in the past, like sarin, because UN monitors and inspectors have stated this before. Carla Del Ponte, as we all know, she said that on previous occasions it has been the opposition that has used chemical weapons. So all evidence points to the fact that allies of the United States are carrying out atrocities and using weapons of mass destruction. And the United States, though, wants to punish the Syrian government, basically because the militant and Al-Qaeda-like groups are losing the war in Syria. So the United States is going to lose friends. Key countries like Russia and China will be unforgiving. And definitely people in Iraq and other regional countries will harden their stance against the Saudi dictatorship and other American client regimes in the region. And the United States will become a pariah. They'll be seen as a pariah state and a rogue regime that carries out attacks on different countries one after another.
Mr. Mohammad Marandi, professor with the University of Tehran, with us there on the line. Thank you very much.